Absolutely, because I am not losing to a Vauxhall.
Can we just... I've run out of electric! Hello and welcome back to Auto Social UK. In today's video, it's super exciting because for once, it's not just me. I'm joined by two of my friends and we're going to be testing out 3 electric cars. I'm Tish and I'm going to be in the all-electric Vauxhall Corsa.
I'm Hannah and I'm going to be driving the BMW i3.
I'm Claire and I'm going to be testing out the Mini Electric. If this is the first time that you're finding one of my videos and you like new car reviews, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. But it's not just me with a YouTube channel.
I also have one. I have recently started a YouTube channel called Hannah's Car Talk. So if you'd like to follow me on my journey, please click the link in the bio.
I don't, I'm literally just here to get out of the house.
The first category we'll be looking at is exterior appearance.
Let's face it, everyone has a soft spot for the Heritage Mini styling, and the electric model is just as good looking as the rest of the lineup. You can configure the Mini Electric to look like an electric vehicle, such as these plug style wheels, or if you want to blend in with the rest of the vehicles Mini have to offer, you can have the standard wheels.
The BMW i3 has a face that only a mother, my mother to be precise, could love. The i3 is very much like Marmite and you do either love it or hate it. However, what BMW have done is created something that's completely unique and completely different to the rest of the lineup, in itself making it an icon.
This time last year, Vauxhall unveiled their all-new Vauxhall Corsa, the first car built in collaboration with the PSA group. And then shortly after, the all-electric Vauxhall Corsa arrived. It's now much more grown up and sleeker than it's ever been. Vauxhall had some stigma to break around the Vauxhall Corsa, but I think they've done a brilliant job, and I now do think it's good enough to take on the premium brands.
Come on girls, you've simply got to give it to the Mini on this round.
I have to admit, the Mini is a great looking car, but this is where it's going to get a little bit controversial.
Absolutely, because I am not losing to a Vauxhall.
Can we just, for a moment?
Fair enough, yep, okay.
Brand snobbery aside, you cannot say that the Vauxhall Corsa is worse looking than that.
Okay, I'll give you that one. So the Mini takes first place and scores 3 points, the Corsa in second with 2, and the Marmite i3 in last picking up 1 point. Next we look at the inside of the cars.
The Mini Electric was the first Mini in the range to get the digital dials as standard. The high specification models come with these gorgeous leather seats. But even on an entry model, the quality of the Mini interior is fantastic. You get that Heritage Mini feel that everyone knows and loves, with them flourishes of electric trims.
As we step into the i3's interior, it certainly feels futuristic. I wouldn't, however, necessarily know I was in a BMW if it wasn't for this great big roundel. It uses predominantly recycled materials to create its cabin space, which I really like, and that it sticks with the eco theme. However, I'm not sure it lacks in quality, but it just lacks in a little bit of luxury.
Interior quality and style on the new electric Corsa is so much better than its predecessor. Everything feels really high quality and very well made. The only problem is there isn't anything to tell you that this is the electric vehicle, and it can be a little uninspiring.
Once again, girls, I think the British-built Mini has got to get this one.
You can't beat the interior of the Mini.
However, I'm hoping I get some bonus points considering the interior of the i3 is predominantly recycled materials.
It is a little bit Marmite, but I like the fact that i3 have gone out of the box. It's not like every other car on the market. Do you know what? I'm happy to take a loss on this one.
And the factories that build the interior of the i3 are actually powered by renewable energy.
Another win for the Mini, bagging 3 points. The i3 comes in second, getting 2, and the Corsa in third with just 1 point. Now let's have a look at the technology on offer.
All levels of the Mini Electric get features such as Apple CarPlay, satellite navigation, Bluetooth connectivity, cruise control and climate control. Top spec models like the one we're in today give you heads-up display, Harman Kardon, folding wing mirrors, heated leather seats, and of course this gorgeous sunroof.
Now, in terms of technology, the BMW i3 does come fully loaded, and this is where it starts to feel a bit more BMW. The 10.2-inch infotainment system with built-in satellite navigation, a digital cockpit, cruise control, parking sensors, heated seats, it's fully loaded, and that's why I think the i3 is pretty good bang for your buck.
Every version of the Vauxhall Corsa-E comes very well specified. Even the bottom spec model gets you satellite navigation, Apple and Android CarPlay, parking sensors, cruise control and lane assist. If you step up to the ultimate navigation, then you get a heated steering wheel, heated seats, automatic high beam assist, keyless entry and start, basically everything you could want.
In my opinion, this is a really close call between the BMW i3 and the Corsa-E.
To be completely fair to all three cars, we've been rating the bottom spec of all of them, and the Corsa just tips it with a few extra bits of standard technology.
Don't get me wrong, I'm in love with this Mini because it is the level 3, so it's got absolutely everything on, as you can see, from the panoramic glass sunroof to reversing camera. However, the standard specification Mini Electric doesn't come with even parking sensors.
The Corsa just tips the win, grabbing 3 points, with the i3 very close behind getting 2. The Mini comes in last place but certainly isn't shy of any spec. It's just a tough round. Now let's see how practical these cars are.
The Mini's biggest downfall over the other two vehicles we're looking at is it is only a 3-door model. Minis have grown substantially over the years, but its boot capacity is still only 211 litres.
Now, the BMW i3 might not be the most family-friendly car. It does only sport a 4-seat configuration, as well as these slightly awkward suicide doors. However, the boot still does hold 260 litres. But let's not forget that the i3 was built for city drivers and not to carry your luggage.
Practicality is where the Vauxhall really trumps the other two cars. All versions of the Corsa-E get 5 doors and 5 seats. It's actually got the same interior space as you'll find on the standard Vauxhall Corsa. Boot space is also good, and you get 267 litres. The only problem with the boot is there's no drop-down floor, so there isn't anywhere to store your cables. And the Vauxhall Corsa has got to take this win. It's got 5 doors and 5 seats. It's pretty much the same size as the standard car.
Although this car has got 4 doors, it only has 4 seats.
And the Mini, of course, is a 3-door with 2 seats in the back. But girls, come on, let's get real. You're buying a Mini because of how it looks, and they do look great in a 3-door version.
The 5-seating Corsa takes this win and bags 3 points. The i3 in second with 2, and the little 3-door Mini in last with 1 point. An important one next, charging times and range.
Mini claim that you can get 145 miles. This does fall short slightly on the level 3, like the one we're driving today, to just 141. Now, in regards to charging times, your 3-point pin at home will take you 14 hours to fully charge your car. A level 2, with 3 hours, you can achieve 80%. And the one like we've got here today, which is a level 3, it will give you 80% charge in just 30 minutes.
In just 20 to 30 minutes, you can have 80% battery, but that is using the level 3 charger. The level 3 charger isn't that regularly available at the moment, so you would have to use the level 2 charger, which can take anywhere between 4 to 5 hours. Failing finding one of those, you'll have to go back to your traditional 3-pin plug. Now this will take you, 12 hours, so I hope you've quite literally got all day.
Charging times on the Corsa sound a reasonable amount. So from a level 1 3-prong charger, it's going to take you 22 hours to get from 0 to a full charge. If you then step up to a level 2 fast charger, that will take you around 5 hours for an 80% charge. And then if you get a fast charger, which aren't particularly readily available, but actually we only have one around the corner, it'll only take 40 minutes to get from 0 to 80%.
Finally, the BMW i3 actually wins.
The Vauxhall Corsa does actually have the most official rating of 208 miles, but actually in real time it won't quite do that, and it takes quite a lot longer than the i3 to charge.
How are you doing? Sorry, what was that, Claire?
145 miles.
Just a little bit louder?
145 miles.
Just one more time.
Okay, technically 144 miles, but yesterday 100% charge got me 90 in the Mini.
Questionable.
So with its quick charging times and small petrol engine for emergencies, the i3 scoops first place and gets another 3 points. The Corsa in second getting 2 and the Mini in last place with just 1 point. But just how good value for money are all of these cars?
The entry model, or level 1, starts at just over £24,000. But the one we're looking at today, otherwise known as the level 3, will set you back just over 30. Now, when you take into account the amount of specification you're going to get on the level 3, such as the sunroof, the heated leather seats, and the reversing camera, it's definitely the one that I'd go for. And at just over £30,000, if you're not looking for a huge amount of range, I actually think it's really reasonably priced.
With an on-the-road price of £39,690 before you've added any optional extras, you definitely want to make sure that the i3 is the right car for you. However, don't forget just how much money you're going to save on those dreaded fuel bills and also on tax.
The entry-level Vauxhall Corsa-E will set you back just under £27,000 with no discount. For a few £1,000s more, you can have the range-topping Elite Navigation Premium. Now, over £30,000 for a Vauxhall Corsa does sound a lot, but all things considered, it's actually reasonably priced for such a good all-rounder. And the Vauxhall Corsa has got to take the winner on this. It's such a good all-rounder.
The only problem is, it is a Vauxhall Corsa and it is £30,000. The BMW might be a premium price, but it's such premium quality. The Mini might be the cheapest, but as an electric car driver, it's just not practical.
Girls, can we just talk about the road tax on the i3? £465 for an electric car, which is just insane. Yes, okay, the Mini may not be able to get as high a range as the other two cars, but it's a Mini. When people want a Mini and they want to save the planet, this is a great little car.
See, this is going to be the difficult category, because if you don't need to go too far, the Mini is going to be great value for money. But if you need that range, which is what we're basing this on, then it's got to be the Vauxhall Corsa, the i3 and the Mini. Value for money will all depend on what you deem as important, but we've put the Corsa in the top spot gaining 3 points, and the i3 in second with 2, and the Mini in last place with just 1. Last of all, let's look at performance.
In the Mini Electric, 0 to 62 takes 7.3 seconds, and you do have to get used to the brakes clinging on to every bit of energy they can to feed back into the batteries. But let's not forget, this is a feel-good car. This is a Mini, and the feeling when you put your foot on the throttle is simply addictive.
Thanks to the electric motor's instant torque, the 0 to 62 is an excellent 7.3 seconds. Even more impressive if you opt for the i3S, coming in at just 6.8. Now that is rapid.
The Corsa-E is front-wheel drive, and though it's not the quickest of all of the electric cars, it will sprint from 0 to 62 in 8.1 seconds.
And once again, the BMW i3 gets a massive win on speed, performance and 0 to 62.
Yeah, the electric Corsa really wasn't built for speed.
The BMW i3 and the Mini Electric have the same 0 to 62 time. However, the Mini is heavier. Although its low centre of gravity and sport mode button give Mini drivers that fantastic go-kart feeling that the Mini is loved for.
The i3 scoops its last win and gains 3 points. The go-kart Mini in second with 2 and the Corsa falling behind this round with 1. So what is the final verdict? Here we are at the end of the video, and we've actually got a draw. The Vauxhall Corsa and the BMW i3 both scored 15 points, with the Mini coming in last with 12. But that's not too much of a loss, Claire.
Girls, regardless of what we think and how we've scored this car, I would still buy the Mini Electric any day of the week. I think it's brilliant, and it's a Mini, it's a great little car.
I did absolutely love the Mini when I drove it, and you know what? Probably would be the one I picked too.
You put your foot to the throttle and it still has that go-kart Mini feel, which I absolutely love.
Coming from a family that actually drive electric cars though, the i3 has never let us down. I've never had range anxiety and we love it so much. We're on our 4th one.
Thank you so much for watching this video today. If you liked it, please go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to head to Hannah's channel and subscribe there too. And just nothing about you, Claire. Right, there's one last thing for it. Drag race. Wait, where's she going?
I've run out of electric!